Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analyzing the S&P 500 followed by the Nasdaq 100 and the Dow Jones 30 futures charts. So let's get started here with the S&P 500 on this final trading session of the week. We currently find ourselves trading at 4,548. Yesterday was the first sign in some time of any significant decline here, where the S&P 500 was down approximately 1%. We have a Nasdaq 100 which was down 2.5% at one point. However, the Dow Jones 30 did close out in profit. So that was very encouraging to see. That just increases this case of the broadening out occurring here in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100. But let's get started here with the S&P. As I mentioned, trading at 4,550-ish. In my own humble opinion, I do believe that we're still trading within this ABC correction pattern. So I think that it's correct to expect and to anticipate a move down towards 4,500. I think if we just broaden out here in terms of time frames, and I take you onto the daily chart, and I think I did highlight this during yesterday's video, but even if we were to get a move down towards the 50-day EMA, which is the red line on your screen, that would represent a 4% decline. And then I think towards a 200-day EMA, it's around 12%. Oh, no, sorry, it's around 9% here. So it just shows you how far we've gone in such a short period of time. Even if we were to go and test a 50-day EMA, and in theory, even if we were to go and fall by 9% and test for 200-day EMA, we would still be considered trading within a very strong uptrend here for the S&P 500. So I think that as we work our way through into the month of August and September, which historically speaking, from a seasonal point of view, are quite weak. I do believe that we could potentially see a very shallow decline, a very shallow correction here of approximately 5%. And I think that investors would take it on the chin, and then we would, highly likely see a move higher into the following months. I think what's really important to take away and to think about as we enter into, as we go into the weekend, guys, is that I'd say around 90% of investors right now are calling for a 5% correction as we move into next month. But those exact same investors, around 90% of investors, are still willing to buy the dip. So I think it's going to be a game of bluff. Who buys first? Who just gives into FOMO pretty much. And I do believe that if we do get a 2.5% correction in the S&P 500, in the NASDAQ, for example, I do believe it's going to be met with buyers. So that's very encouraging to know as well. It's what you call a no bid rally, where the market just doesn't give you a good opportunity to buy any dips, because there just aren't any. So that's what I'm looking for as we move into the month of August. And then moving over to the Nasdaq 100, we currently find ourselves trading at 15,550. We've pulled back rather nicely to go and backtest for 0.786 fib area from this peak to trough that I've drawn during the 2022 bear market. Again, many investors are calling for some consolidation here and a slight correction, but the exact same investors are also looking to buy the dip. So I think I showed you a chart. Well, I actually shared a chart in my free signal group, and it shows that this year is currently the second strongest year in the past 80 years of historical data in terms of buying the dip, in terms of dip buying. It's taking an average of 1.6 days to recover a 1% loss in the S&P 500. So some really good stats that which just show you how strong the markets have been so far year to date. But, again, the Nasdaq 100, if we had that golden opportunity of a pullback back down towards the 50-day EMA, which sits around 15,800, I would buy it with both hands, to be, quite frankly, with all of you. And then moving over to the Dow Jones 30, as I mentioned during the start of today's video, we continue to see a broadening out here. We've completely broken out of this inverted head and shoulders pattern, which is very positive. We snapped above the neckline. We went straight towards my first target, which was 15,200, and we are now trading slightly above it. As we went into this trading week on Monday, I said that I wanted to see a catch up here from a Dow Jones 30 to the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, and that's exactly what we've seen. Remember, don't forget, we have the Dow trading all the way down at 34,500, and the 0.786 fib area sits at 35,200. And if we just quickly jump over to the Nasdaq 100, we've already been trading above the 0.786 fib. Same for the S&P 500, and now the Dow Jones 30 has played catch up, and we're also now trading above that 0.786 fib area. So I think perhaps some digestion of recent gains here is appropriate for the Dow Jones 30. This is the longest winning streak that we've had dating back to 2017, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did give some of the gains back as we move into the month of August. But ultimately, just like the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500, I expect buyers to return to the market and to pick up stocks on any correction that does occur, meaning that we're very likely to have a very shallow correction, which is 2.5 to 5%, rather than a 5 to 7.5% correction. That's my own humble opinion. Anyway, leave in the comments what you believe is going to happen over the next couple of months. I would be really interested to see some of your insights and your opinions as to where you believe the market's going to be trading in the month of August. But I'm going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Any of you who would like to join my free trading signal group, then make sure you scan this QR code on your screen. It will take you to my website where you can sign up for a very small fee. Sorry, not for a very small fee. I keep doing this. I'm used to my old videos that I used to do when I used to charge a fee. But if you scan this QR code, it will take you to my website where you can sign up for completely free of charge. My signal group has been free as of the past 2 months. So it's a no-brainer, guys. It takes 10 seconds to sign up. And of course, by gaining access to my free trading signal group, you will also gain access to my daily market research that I post there every single morning prior to the US markets opening. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much. And I look forward to welcoming you all over on my free trading signal group.